Hello, 7th grade. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Today, we are going to complete the lesson of endangered animals. In a previous lesson, we talked about some information of polar bear. Today, we are going to talk about another information of these birds. So, let's get started. So, in our lesson today, students should be able to read the information text, recognize the ideas of the text, and recognize the meanings of the new words in the text. The type of our text is information text. So, let's start. Let's start with the second paragraph in this lesson. Habitat. What do we mean about it? Yes, where the animals live. We are talking about polar bears. So in this paragraph, we are going to talk about the habitat of polar bears. Yes, in winter and in summer. Polar bears live all around the Arctic, in northern Canada, Alaska, Greenland, Norway, and Russia. So, where do they live? In these countries. In winter, ice covers the Arctic Ocean. The ice in the winter covers the ocean. The sea water around the land freezes too. Polar bears hunt. Why? For what? Excellent to eat or for food on the sea ice. In summer, when the sea ice melts, they live on the land, but there is little food for them. Them, polar bears. They wait for the autumn when the sea freezes and they can go hunting again. So, mention two countries that the polar bears live in. Yes, they live in Canada, Alaska, Greenland, Norway, or Russia. What do they wait for to go hunting again? Yes, they wait for the autumn. Now let's move to the next paragraph. This paragraph is talking about how polar bears look, about the appearance of polar bears. Let's read it. Polar bears are the largest kind of bear, الأضخم. The male is about 2.5 meters tall and weighs around 500 kilograms. The female is smaller, about 2 meters tall and weighs about 250 kilograms. So, the male of polar bears are bigger than the female. Excellent. Their thick white fur insulates them from the cold. الفرو thick and white, and it can protect them from the cold. تحميهم من البرد. الفرو with polar bears. Their feet are large and furry. Furry means covered with fur. They can walk across the snow easily. They can swim well too. Why? Because their feet are partly webbed. What do we mean about webbed? Having skin joining the fingers or toes. Look at these questions. Describe the bear's fur. Yes, as we said, their fur is thick and white. Number 2. Polar bears can walk across the snow easily. Why? Explain. Why they can walk across the snow easily بسهولة. Why? Because excellent, their feet are large and furry, or because they have large and furry feet. And why they can swim well too? Yes, because their feet are partly webbed. So we talked about where polar bears live and how polar bears look. Now we're going to move about the information of what polar bears eat. Diet. Let's read it. Polar bears hunt the seals that live under the ice in the Arctic Ocean. So, what do polar bears eat? Excellent, the seals. Where do the seals live? Yes, they live under the ice in the Arctic Ocean. Seals make holes in the ice and they come up. Why? To breathe. The polar bear waits patiently by the hole. When the seal comes up, the polar bear tries to seize it in its powerful jaws. So, polar bear waits patiently by the hole. Why? To eat or to catch or to seize the seal. How they eat the seal? Excellent, by their powerful jaws. What do they hunt? What do polar bears hunt? Yes, they hunt the seals. Seals make holes in the ice and they come up. Explain why. Yes, to breathe. How the polar bears wait the seal? Yes, they wait them patiently. Where? By the hole. How do the polar bears seize the seals? As we said, excellent. By its powerful jaws. So that's it for today. Be ready for the next class and prepare very well. Goodbye.